Welcome to Sportsman Steel and Pentagon's Safe Cracker Test. We're going to show you firsthand how people try to break into vault doors.
We've got products at the FBI, the CIA, Homeland Security, and we have never had a vault door drilled open, lost to fire, or pried open.
So after this lock is knocked off, we're going to punch out the internal mechanism, and we're going to see how long it takes us to break into the safe. Our competitors' vaults will open because the relocking device is pulled off with the actual lock. But we have two independent relockers inside these doors. So what he's trying to do is bash the back of the lock back beyond this half-inch reinforced piece of steel. Notice the door is still locked. Okay, take a break. Your arm must be tired. We introduced new relocking devices located in different locations of the door, usually every 6 months. It's usually a 3/8 plate or a half-inch plate. That's why he's having so much problem simply just knocking the lock out so the relockers fire. We're going to try to punch this internal mechanism out with something larger, making something called a shear spike. And we're going to get a massive sledgehammer to finally knock out this locking system so the relockers can fire. Normally a burglar doesn't have the luxury of being able to pound back the shear spike. At this point, he's basically foiled. He cannot get into the vault and he has to end up leaving. That's one of the reasons why we've never had a vault door drilled open, pried open, broken into in 33 years. One of the reasons is the relocking device. The other reason is this massive plate of steel that is behind the lockbox that keeps it in position. What's really extraordinary about our internal mechanism is how creative the reinforced bars on the inside are. We have them strategically positioned that a shear spike will not be able to knock it back. You can see again, still locked. So what's going to happen now is we're going to try to drill this a little bit more and see what happens. The half-inch hard plate has a 60 Rockwell braiding that cannot be penetrated unless you have some form of carbide tip drill bit. What Chucky's doing right now is he is changing his normal drill to a drill bit that can pierce half-inch hard plate with a 60 Rockwell braiding. Chuck, what'd you do? Broke the bit? Seriously? So at this point, a burglar pretty much has to give up. He's just broken his drill. He can't get into the hard plate. But you know what? I really want to see these relocking devices fire. I spent so much time designing these relockers. They're called Cobra relockers. They're basically 1 inch thick by 5 inches of solid steel. Even if you drilled it out perfectly, this half-inch drill bit would simply just put a hole in the middle of the 1 inch thick relocker, making the relocking device virtually impossible to drill out. The door is still locked. Chucky, go to work. Okay, so it looks like we've displaced about maybe 1/8 of an inch of hard plate. One of the reasons why Chucky is using such a big drill is because our relockers are massive. It has a half-inch 60 Rockwell hardness. This is a drill bit that most thieves, most burglars don't have when they try to drill open a vault door. Okay, so what you just witnessed is our third drill bit busting. This is a carbon tip drill bit that is designed to pierce 60 Rockwell or harder hard plate. I had a sales guy walk up to me. A locksmith just called him out in the field and said, "How thick is your hard plate?" He says, "I've been trying to get into this vault for a while and I cannot get into this hard plate." And we told him our standard hard plate was half-inch thick. The locksmith said, "Nobody uses half-inch hard plate." And my salesman says, "Well, the owner's crazy. He likes to double up on everything and makes everything extra secure." That's the philosophy at Sportsman and Pentagon for 33 years. We find out what everybody else is doing and we double it. That's the secret to our success. So what's the problem, guys? Why are we having so much trouble getting inside this vault?
Keep on breaking.
We're going to use a cutting torch. This is a device that most burglars don't have when they try to break into your vault. They don't take a cutting torch and drag it across your front lawn. Let's see if we can punch through the internal mechanism now. It doesn't look like we're having much success with this. Let's get even crazier. And we're now going to try to punch this internal mechanism out, and we're going to see if the locking system stays intact. The internal mechanism has been punched out, and the two barrel relocking systems, as you can see, have locked the door in place. This worked out absolutely perfect. This is exactly what this vault was designed to do. And once the internal mechanism is punched out, been the 2-barrel relocking systems which shoot in place and lock up the door. Normally a thief now would try to drill out the relockers. Okay, but that is virtually impossible to do on one of these doors because our relocking devices are called barrel relockers. They're 1 inch thick by 5 inches of solid steel. Nobody broke into this vault, drilling through the door, eventually drilling through the hard plate to punch the internal mechanisms out, and then the relockers dropped in place. We locked up that door, and still we're not in it. This has been a long afternoon, and after every attempt, we have still not gotten to the store. No one has ever drilled open a vault door, pried a vault door, or ever tricked our relocking devices in 33 years. So as you can see, these Sportsman Steel and Pentagon vault doors are indestructible. We've used drills, hammers, sledgehammers, cutting torches, and we still could not get into this vault. So give us a call and we'll help you custom design the perfect vault door for all your vault door needs. Thanks.